ఓం శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః. అందరికీ నమస్కారం. Today in this video, let us examine what is the pleasure of a pain as told by a master. See, there are two indomitable forces which navigate life, and they are pain and pleasure. The inherent nature of instincts is to avoid pain and embrace pleasure. See, sleep, sensual gratification, escapism, indiscipline, procrastination, excuses, irresponsibility, gossip, laziness, lying. See, they all offer instant gratification and hence they are pleasurable. See, true to the design of one's instincts, we embrace them. Exercise, mastery, discipline, priorities, commitment, responsibility, enlightenment, dynamism, honesty, they all delay gratification and hence they are painful. True to the design of instincts, we avoid them. Then why people around us always tell us that all the things that we embrace are vices and hence we should avoid them. Also, they tell us that all the things that we avoid are virtues and hence we should embrace them. See, even the scriptures explain that man comes in contact with his world only through the five senses. And in the same breath, they also tell us that we should not become a victim of our senses. We should not yield to sensual gratification. Now, are you wondering why see if I am not allowed to get attached to it? Why taste if I should not have more of it? Why hear if I cannot crave for it? Why establish that the inherent nature of instincts is to avoid pain and embrace pleasure, and then ask me not to follow my instincts? Why this paradox in the very design of life? That's what we generally ask. See, animals, birds, insects and other life forms were designed to live by instincts. Man was designed to live out of his intelligence and not by his instincts. Life lived purely by instincts is animalistic. Life lived through intelligence is how man was designed to be and to live. The triumph of the instincts is the death of intelligence and thereby the psychological death of man. The triumph of intelligence is the mastery over instincts, and thus the psychological victory of the higher consciousness within you. What is it? The triumph of intelligence is the mastery over instincts, and thus it is a psychological victory of the higher dimension of consciousness within you. Man can find complete expression of himself only through the self mastery. Masters are delivered from the womb of self mastery. The tragedy of humanity is that in the majority of the people, the animal within triumphs over the man every single time, and only in a minority does the man remain a master over the animal within. Most of the time, the master said. So, the master continued, this is one of the greatest secrets. The doors of pain will lead you to a life of pleasure, and the doors of pleasure will lead you to a life of pain. Nectar to the senses will eventually turn out to be poison. Poison to the senses will eventually turn out to be nectar. Make this the mantra of your life, the master said. When it comes to pain, always embrace temporary pain voluntarily. It will help you to avail lasting pain. It will help you to avoid lasting pain. Rise before sunrise. Get out and inhale fresh air. Don't fuss over the taste. Eat what is good for your health. Make the phone call you have been avoiding. Attend the phone call you have been escaping from. Take the initiative and call for the meeting you have been apprehensive about. Express your hurt which you have been hesitating to speak about. Face the fear you have been avoiding. Enough of suppression. Dare to express yourself. Make the decision and plunge into action. Start the day with your most important task. Do the difficult job first. In a day's work, embrace all the painful work right in the morning so that you have the rest of the day to do the easier and pleasurable tasks. Let things which matter most never be at the mercy of things which matter least, just because they are convenient. Take the one step forward now itself, the master said, and continued. Also, when it comes to pleasure, always avoid temporary pleasure. It will help you to embrace lasting happiness. Don't give up to the crying of the body for extra sleep. Don't sacrifice your necessary sleep by becoming addicted to your extended night TV watching. Addiction to anything is not going to reduce the intensity of any of your challenges or problems. So avoid the addiction to anything. Avoid the temptation of starting the day either at home, office, or social places, etc., by catching up on yesterday's gossip. Instead, start the day with a sip of nature, truth, or God, and the teachings of enlightened masters. Subordinate your likes and dislikes to the higher purpose. Delay gratification. Learn to experience the pain first. Get it over with and then embrace your pleasure. Remember, if you are tough on yourself, life will be easy on you. If you are easy on yourself, life will be tough on you. Discipline is simply choosing to be tough on yourself so that life is easy on you. Discipline is the key with which you open the doors of pain, and you will be glad you did so, for it opens into the expanse of pleasurable living. While reading, the master said, a lady came upon a remarkable expression, and he shall sit as a refiner and purifier of silver. This is the quotation she read while reading a book. So she visited a silversmith and she asked him to tell her about the process of refining the silver. After he had fully described it to her, she asked, Sir, do you sit while the process of refining is going on? Oh, yes, madam, replied the silversmith. I must sit and watch the furnace constantly, because if the time necessary is exceeded in the slightest degree, the silver will be damaged. So the lady saw at once the beauty and comfort of the expression which she read, which is, he shall sit as a refiner and purifier of silver. God sees it necessary to put his children into the furnace called life, but his eyes are intensely observing the process of purification. Our trials do not come out at random, and he will not let us be tested beyond what we can endure or what we can bear. Before she left, the lady asked one final question. How do you know when the process is complete? Then the silversmith replied, that is quite simple. When I can see my own image in the silver, the refining process is complete. See, the master said, life is difficult is the first of four noble truths taught by Lord Buddha. After all, it has not been easy even for anyone, not even the Mahatmas or the prophets or the messiahs. We all have to go through the furnace of life, and the very purpose of furnace of life is to transform us from an animal into a man, and then from man unto God. The master continued, when I see my own image in the silver, then only the refining process is complete. Till we become divinity on the move, we all have to go through this blessing of the life, that is the furnace, the doors of pain that lead us to pleasurable higher realities. Escaping this furnace will leave us as we are. We will remain animals moving in a human body. The master continued, what makes life difficult is that our instincts interpret the process of facing and solving the challenges of life as pain. With our intelligence, let us accept that life is difficult, and in that very acceptance, we will be able to transcend it. See, Benjamin Franklin said once, those things that hurt instruct. See, those things that hurt instruct. That's what he said. For this reason, let us, like all wise men, learn to actually welcome challenges and the inevitable pain that accompanies them. The doors of pain not only open up a pleasurable life for us, but also build our character and wisdom in the process. The master continued, avoiding pain is natural, but it does not make a man out of us, and hence it has to be changed. That attitude has to be changed. All acts of discipline are basically unnatural acts, but we need to train ourselves till they become our nature. See, man stands above animals in his ability to use his intelligence over his instincts to do the unnatural, to transform and thereby transcend his very nature itself. So, where is the pain of having run a marathon when you are experiencing the pleasure of having gone past the finishing line? Where is the pain of labor for a woman when you are experiencing the pleasure of the just born in your hands? Where is the pain of having renounced the lower when you are experiencing the pleasure of the higher? The master concluded saying that the pleasure of pain is that you have just given up the animal to embrace the man, and you are on your way to truth, God, and divinity. So, thank you all.